and welcome to the news on Magic Bricks Now, India's first property channel. I'm Suesha Sawant. Let's take a look at the top headlines at this hour. Maharashtra to announce its new IT policy on February 15th. Banking and finance sector, retail also will be a part of this new policy, which will boost the Mumbai, Thane and Pune markets. That's a Magic Bricks Now exclusive. BKC2 in Kharghar is soon set to become a reality. CIDCO's board approves BKC2 plans, approaches the state government for additional FSI. That's a Magic Bricks Now exclusive. The Make in India week is set to commence on February 13th as Maharashtra pushes to get more investments for the state. We tell you what exactly the government is pitching to investors. Despite reporting a weak quarter and dipping sales, Prestige Estates Irfan Razak says there is no lull in the Bengaluru market. The Maharashtra government is getting set to take back its numero uno position in the industry. The state will unveil its new IT policy on February 15th, and the real estate will be a key beneficiary. The policy lists tax waivers and FSI incentives among other measures to boost this sector. Magic Bricks Now editor Faye D'Souza got exclusive access to Maharashtra's new IT policy. She joins us with the details. So Faye, is Maharashtra getting ready to take on Bengaluru?
Well, that's the aim, to make Maharashtra as a destination for ITES more attractive than Karnataka for Bangalore or, Telangana for Hyderabad. That's what we're competing with. And the focus areas here are Mumbai, Thane and Pune. The idea is to bring as much business into these spaces. Now, one of the things that happened was the IT policy was written last year and BFSI was left out of it. Now, you'll understand that in the city of Mumbai, BFSI is a big kicker for commercial space. The Chief Minister has listened to, representation of various members of industry and decided to bring BFSI back in. So the definition of IT and ITES has been broadened a fair amount to literally accommodate anybody's back offices. So other than the corporate office, any company, Indian or otherwise, or back office now becomes ITES, including BFSI. There's also a 20% allocation for support services. So for example, in any of the big buildings, when you see a Starbucks on the ground floor, that's retail support services to the business that functions in the building. Now, retail again was left out of the 2015 policy. It's being brought back in. We're expecting that to be announced as well. Now, obviously, the kicker is the FSI. At a 30% premium, you'll be able to take up additional FSI in all of these spaces. From what we understand, the Maharashtra Chief Minister is very, very keen to sort of revive IT SEZs across the state, compete, like I said, with Bangalore and Hyderabad, and make Maharashtra the new thing. Now, consultants have told us that if this is announced, and it's very likely that also property tax sort of waivers, property tax will probably be charged at home rates and not at commercial rates. There might be waivers on stamp duty. So there might be certain tax waivers as well. And if this goes well, we might have a Thane and a Pune from property prices that's as attractive, if not more, than Bangalore and Hyderabad.
All right, Faye, thank you so much for joining us with those details. It is the country's largest business expo and will also be Maharashtra's attempt to reclaim its lost glory as India's business destination. Preparations for the Make in India week are on in Mumbai. The expo will kick off on February 13th with Prime Minister Modi expected to inaugurate the event. February 15th is when Maharashtra will make its big pitch. Ruchi Deshpande has the details. Now, Ruchi, will Make in India bring Maharashtra back to being number one?
It certainly looks like that because Maharashtra is aiming for 5 key policy in 5 major sectors and a special focus on manufacturing in the city. This is what they're aiming for the Make in India week that is coming forward from the 13th to the 18th of February. Now, what we learn from the CM's office is that in terms of investment, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, is expecting about 4 lakh crore rupees in terms of investment from various foreign agencies, out of which 70,000 rupees are expected for infrastructure projects in Mumbai alone. Now, where are they expecting these from? Mostly these investments are expected from JICA or the Japanese International Agency Cooperation Agency, as well as the Asian Development Bank. Now, when we spoke to MIDC or the industrial body that has been roped into this Make in India thing, they told us that major focus will be on funding, consulting and development on the Maharashtra Trans Harbour Link that costs about 18,000 crore rupees, as well as the Mumbai Metro line, the phase 3 of this, which approximately costs about 26,000 crore rupees. In addition to this, the focus will for the investments also will be on the Navi Mumbai International Airport, a lot of projects along the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, as well as a new airport that is coming up in Nagpur. What we also learned today, which is a little more specific to Mumbai, is that Thane is looking up to partner with the city of Seoul in order to have enhancement in its infrastructure projects, and it will also sign a memorandum of understanding with the city of Sweden in order to have enhanced transport. So just to sum all of this up, it looks like with these things in place, Maharashtra and its chief minister will reclaim their numero uno spot.
All right, there you have it. Besides the host city, Mumbai, the expo will include 17 other states showcasing their investment opportunities. The expo will be spread over 2.2 lakh square feet at the MMRDA grounds and will host 5,000 delegates from 68 countries and 49 nations. CIDCO's plans of having a better version of Bandra Kurla complex, BKC in Kharghar, will soon become a reality. The board has approved BKC2 plans and CIDCO has also approached the state government for additional FSI. My colleague Disha Shah caught up with CIDCO MD Sanjay Bhatia and got these exclusive details. Listen in.
BKC2 has been approved by my board, and we are very soon going to have a design competition for that. And simultaneously, I'm sending the proposal to government for additional FSI proposal.
And on the international airport?
RFQ stage is over. 3 bidders have been finalized, and we are going to the PMIC. And if the PMIC gives approval, then we go to the cabinet, which can be completed in the next 15 days. Then we give the documents to the 3 bidders, and we'll probably give them 5 months' time to make the bid.
Talking about infrastructure projects, how many infrastructure projects are planned under Smart City Mission?
88 projects worth 34,000 crores to be completed in the next 4 years, and they are in 10 building blocks. One is smart organization, then e-governance and transparency, then we have inclusive planning, then transit-oriented development, housing, 55,000 new houses to be made, then we have Swachh Bharat in that, we have the normal projects of roads, drinking water supply, electricity. We have a port city in that. So like this, there are 88 projects.
How many projects are completed till now? You said something about 11 projects.
11 projects have been completed. The ones which are regarding the digitization, 11 out of the 22 have been completed.
Okay. And on the auto TCR, what's the status? Has that been it started? So how many proposals have you received?
Mandatory now. Every proposal is coming electronically.
Prestige Estates announced its Q3 results on February 9th. Despite a weak quarter where the company saw a dip in both sales and unsold stock, the company's CMD Irfan Razak maintains that the sales in the Bengaluru market are still stable. My colleague Rahul Dayama caught up with him earlier today. Listen in to what he had to say.
Take us through the quarter. You've really sprung a surprise, so to say, in a negative way. Always Prestige delivers solid numbers, top line, bottom line, even the sales being down. How would you sum up this quarter?
No, I think, like you rightly said, we keep springing surprises, but I don't think it's negative in any way. The top line has been consistently, the consolidated top line is around 1,000 crores plus. And if you look at the 9 months period, I think we have exceeded what we did in the whole year in 9 months. Now coming to the bottom line, the PAT margins, the only reason why the PAT margin has fallen, and it has fallen by at least 35% compared to the previous quarter. We've got certain projects which are under completion or get almost completed. And we had to book, we have the way we book profits is on percentage completion method. And this time the percentage completion method was in a different way. We had to book the cost overruns or the budget overruns. So that always comes at near completion of the project. Hence we had to pick that up. And there are times when you don't spend the whole budget, and that's the time when you have to, actually you get a higher profit. So, but now with the maybe we, in whatever way we had either under budgeted or our guys didn't really look at the numbers properly. The overall thing is that we have taken a hit on the costs, and that's the reason why the PAT has gone down. But I think it's something to do with the type of business we are in and the methodology itself of booking profits. I, for one, like to book profits always on completion method, but the law pushes us to book it on a percentage completion method, and there has to be a correction either upwards or downwards at the end.
All right. So, I'd want to know what would your strategy be like going forward, because,
No, I don't think there's any lull. In fact, the current quarter, the first month itself, January, has been pretty robust and pretty nice, and we have almost done what we did in the whole quarter in 1 month. Having said that, the whole thing, as I keep saying, it depends on the type of new product that comes into the market, the new launches that come in. We were very hugely dependent on some new launches happening in Chennai and Hyderabad.
Taxes is the industry and home buyers' biggest sore point, and everyone is avidly awaiting the budget to see what the finance minister has in store. Amita Balachandra caught up with some tax experts to get a sense of what we could expect from the budget this year.
When Arun Jaitley presents his budget on February 29th this year, the real estate sector is hoping that it will make taxes simpler for the industry and open up fresh investment opportunities. Primarily, the industry expects clarity on tax rules for investments in REITs or real estate investment trusts. If the government gets its act right, REITs could become a game changer for the real estate industry.
REITs and InvITs are very, very important for unlocking funds, and there has been a huge number of representations consistently over a period of time for DDT on special purpose vehicles distributing incomes compulsorily upwards to the REIT to be removed, that DDT to be removed. My sense is that the fact that not a single REIT has been launched is something the importance of which is not lost on the government.
There is also a small issue on REIT vis-a-vis MAT. So while capital gains tax is not applicable, there is still MAT applicable. So there is another request that there has to be a sort of level playing field, or there has to be proper synchronization. You can't say that this is not taxable, but on the other end, this is taxable.
Another major tax reform that everybody is waiting for is the April 2017 rollout of the Goods and Services Tax, or GST, which will bring the entire nation under a single tax bracket. Industry watchers hope for clarity on this front and on the VAT, or value added tax or service tax, that home buyers have to pay.
Today, service tax is 14.5%, including Swachh Bharat cess. So there is still a gap of almost 3.5 to 5%. I believe that this gap has to get plugged, and in that case, it is probable that actually government may increase the service tax rate to move towards GST.
The home buyer, however, has a simple and reasonable expectation from the budget. A higher tax deduction on home loans has been a long-standing demand of home buyers.
So on self-occupied property, at least in urban areas, the interest deduction should go up from 2 to 4 lakhs. And maybe in other non-urban areas, it could be say 2 to 3 lakhs at least.
Home prices currently average 1 crore in most metros, and such an announcement could boost buyer sentiment in the market and encourage more people to buy homes. Amita Balachandra for Magic Breaks Now.
The state CID has been interrogating Vimal Shah, managing director of Hubtown, in their Belapur offices. Shah was taken into custody on Monday in the 400 crore rupees Lok Shahid Annabhav Sathe Vikas Mahamandal scam. The CID has also arrested Kiran Contractor and Suhas Thumre, both employees of Hubtown, along with Vilas Bhandarkar, who has handled financial transactions for Shah. This arrest has come after NCP MLA Ramesh Kadam's arrest. Kadam has been in jail since August 2015 for this scam. My colleague Aishwarya, who has been tracking the case, is at the CID office. She joins us on the phone with the latest update on the case. Now, Aishwarya, what exactly is happening on the case right now? And please give us more details on this fraud.
So Vimal Shah, who has been the managing director for Hufftown since 1996, is the latest to be arrested in this 400 crore scam. Now, CID is still interrogating him on his role in this. Sources at CID tell us that, they have a money trail, which shows that money has been siphoned down from this government-controlled corporation, and it was used by Ramesh Kadam, NCP MLA, and Vimal Shah to amass wealth for themselves. Now, CID tells me that there are 107 crore rupees that were diverted towards Hufftown and another company, Corman Realty. Now, Corman Realty is another subsidiary owned by Mr. Shah. Now, the next hearing on this case will take place on 12th of Feb, which is this Friday.
All right, Aishwarya. And also, can you tell us about the kind of projects they have in Mumbai, and is it in any way affecting their ongoing projects?
Affecting their ongoing projects, they are saying that, they cannot develop any other buildings. They cannot sign any contract with anyone else till the time this case is going on. So till the time they don't get a final order from the court, they cannot proceed any further with any kind of construction or any kind of agreement with anyone else.
All right, Aishwarya, thank you so much for joining us. Let's find out what else is buzzing in the property market. Big news. Builders served notice for discharging sewage into Yamuna. Realty heavyweight RMZ Corp in talks to raise $500 million. And some sad news for cricket fans. The iconic Firoz Shah Kotla Cricket Stadium is now removed as IPL and T20 venue.
Huda has served Ansal Buildwell with a notice for violating environmental norms. A recent inspection by Huda, the Pollution Board and the MCG allegedly found that Ansal Buildwell had connected sewage lines to the stormwater drains that flow into the river Yamuna. Carrying untreated sewage water alongside rainwater is a direct violation of NGT norms. The notice was issued by Huda's engineer cell under Section 4344, which is under the Prevention of Pollution Act. A spokesperson of Ansal Buildwell says that they are yet to study the notice. They also claim that they haven't flouted any pollution norms. RMZ Corp is in talks with Sovereign and Pension Fund to raise $500 million. The realty player is raising the money to buy office space across major markets in India. The ambitious expansion plan will take RMZ Corp's size from 20 million square feet of office space in India to 4 times higher, to 80 million square feet by the year 2020. There's some sad news for cricket fans as well. The iconic Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium in Delhi has lost its bid to host the upcoming ICC World 2020 and IPL matches. The cricket stadium has been removed from the cricket venue due to the discrepancies in DDCA. Presently, the Delhi Cricket Authority has failed to get the required clearances from the local authorities to host the matches. Further, Delhi High Court has observed that the DDCA has flouted 60 building norms at Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium. The Delhi High Court has also given the DDCA an ultimatum of 20 days to get these permissions. DDCA will also have to cough up a security deposit of 50 lakh rupees to continue hosting the World T20 and IPL matches. Bureau Report, Magic Bricks Now.
Moving on, let's talk about something lighter. Handcrafted objects are something that many of us love to buy and receive. Or if you'd like to learn how to make a cool handcrafted object using paper or even old cassette tapes. If you said yes, then here's 2 cool tricks from Design It Yourself's Akash Berry. Take a look.
What I did was, I made such roses for her, उसे gift दिया और बोला, जिस दिन ये गुलाब मुरझा जाएगा, I'll ask you baby, because I like you too. And guess what? She's still waiting. क्योंकि एक ऐसा गुलाब है जो कभी मुरझाएगा नहीं. Process बहुत simple है. To make such gulabs or roses at home, we'll use these disposable plastic spoons. Now, before we start the process, safety precaution, अपनी उंगलियों पे masking tape बांध लीजिए. Safety is first, DIY का rule. Now, light a candle. Take 1 spoon. Now, since I need only the spoon portion, this part, I'll cut off the remaining portion. So this way, after the main stem is made, keep on taking spoon pieces, उन्हें पिघला के चिपकाते रहिए. Once they start to melt a bit, it's easy to stick them to the other spoon. So, in similar fashion, keep melting the spoons and keep sticking them. Pretty soon, you'll have a flower like this, made of disposable plastic spoons. Now to make it look more real, we're gonna color it using spray paint. Before that, as usual, use newspaper. Now, tear off a piece of paper and use it to cover the stem. Now, let it dry. And finally, presenting rose flower, which is going to last forever, like true love. Now is the time of rock music, pop music, those rappers, CDs, DVDs, Blu-ray. I'm sure post 2000, जो generation पैदा हुई है, they're going to look at this cassette and going to ask, ये क्या बला है? But मेरे लिए ये बला नहीं है. You know, for me, it's not about technology. It's about memories. And I love cherishing my memories. तो मैंने सोचा जिन लोगों के लिए कैसेट्स यूजलेस हैं उनके लिए क्यों ना इसे यूजफुल बना दिया जाए. मेरे दिमाग में आया एक what a cool idea. So I'm going to use these cassettes and going to make a lamp for you. We'll need a sunboard piece, square shaped. Make a big hole in the center. Now, we'll take these cassettes and using adhesive. Now, we're gonna use these cassettes and stick them on the sunboard piece. Charo sides पर. I'll show you. So similarly, make another layer on top of this. Then take a lamp stand like this one. That's why I asked you to make a hole in the center. Then fix a bulb. So now I'm going to show you one I made previously, that is last night, where I made both the layers. Here we go. Now, fix the bulb. Wire को डालिए सॉकेट में and switch it on. कौन कहता है ये टेक्नोलॉजी आउटडेटेड है?
With that, we've completely run out of time. If you have any feedback or suggestions for us, do write into us on our email IDs flashing on your screens. We're also on Twitter and Facebook, so feel free to tweet to us or post your query on our Facebook page. Also, check out our website www.mbnow.in. The IDs are flashing on your screens. We'd love to hear from you. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News on Magic Bricks Now. Thank you so much for watching.